drop of desire. Naughty. A pinch of passion. And just a hint of lust. Excuse me. Ah! Oh! Sorry to barge in like this, but what in Grimm's name are you doing here? Well, it seems that Fiona's not exactly happy. Oh, and there's some question as to why that is. Well, let's explore that, shall we? Princess Cinderella, here we are. Lived happily ever after. No ogres. Let's see Snow White, a handsome prince. Oh, no ogres. Sleeping Beauty. Oh, no ogres. Hansel and Gretel. No. Thumbelina. No. The Golden Bird. The Little Mermaid. Pretty Woman. No, 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 no. You see, ogres don't live happily ever after. All right, look, lady. Don't you point those dirty green sausages at me. You're Monte Cristo and Cava. Oh, sorry. That's okay. We were just leaving. Very sorry to have wasted your time, Miss Godmother. Just go. Come on, guys.
Wonderful, wonderful. We're keeping it going with Shrek 2. There is no short of good lines and good scenes in that movie. It just produces, okay? It just keeps going on. I'm coming, Elizabeth! It's so good every single time. All right, well, Brian, do you have anything to say about Shrek 2 again?
Oh, we're gonna keep grinding this thing till it's powder.
Have you still not seen it recently? You haven't given it a rewatch yet?
We recorded an episode last week. I haven't watched Shrek 2 since then.
And what are you doing with your time, though, man? Everybody should have Shrek 2 on in the background at all times inside their house.
Where is Shrek 2 streaming on? What is it streaming on?
Netflix.
Yeah.
Is it on the Netflix?
Yeah, that should just be a 24-hour stream thing. Like, when you're not at home, your dogs are watching it, and then when you come home, you just pick up again. Let it keep going in the background. You're washing the dishes, and you're peeking over again. And then there's Prince Charming going, cherry flavor. Want to taste?
Want to taste?
You know? Stuff like that. Exactly. You just need it on in the background just to feel good, okay?
Yeah, maybe I'll try that this weekend. We'll see.
Anyways, welcome back to yet another episode of Bump That episode 118. If you don't know who we are, we've got Brian in this corner.
Baby, I could be.
We've got KT in this corner.
Hey, man, you want to get your fine Corinthian footwear and your cat cheeks out of my face? Man, that stinks!
And I'm Miliana, your host, and we're siblings who have a love for all things nerdy, video games, movies, TV shows, all things of that sort, and decided to talk about it here on the internet with all of you people, and here you are listening. So, welcome. We've got quite a show for you guys tonight, so I'm glad that you're here listening. I got the episode up, finally. I had some complications.
Finally, bro.
But I'm glad that it's up. It has been a while. Welcome back. We're back, okay? So there's that. I did not get to put in all of the edits that I wanted to. It's because I lost the episode. So we can always look back at episode 117 as the lost episode. So it was found and it's uploaded.
There's actually another lost episode that was recorded like last year or maybe 2 years ago.
Yeah.
It was a Star Wars episode.
Lost forever.
Yeah, it is lost to time forever.
Just don't know what's happening. But let me go ahead and interrupt.
Lost like my dreams.
Oh, that's sad. Yeah, you're Breath
oh,
of the Wild
let's say it together, Ileana. You ready? 1, 2, 3.
Aww. Anyways, let me interrupt real quick and make sure you hit that subscribe button.
Like,
it's so sad.
Oh! No,
back of the throat.
No, as in, it's surprise.
A love or surprise. No, you mean like an Yes, that's right.
Run away! Run away!
I think you guys have seen something that I haven't seen.
Yes,
What?
you have.
What is
The
that?
Oh my
Holy Grail.
gosh.
Is it? I don't remember
Yeah.
that scene at all.
It's towards the end.
Maybe I fell asleep.
What?
That's so Ileana. That's
Don't.
so Ileana.
That is so Ileana. Don't
Just to
just
fall
don't tell
asleep.
Wesley that. Don't tell Wesley that.
He'll drag me over to your house. He will come personally pick me up, chauffeur me over to your house, make me sit down in the chair. He will actually get me a bucket of popcorn and say, "Sit. Do you need to tinkle
Pee
first?"
first. Yeah. go
Yes,
pee.
exactly. Did you tinkle? Go right now.
We're
If
not
you-
pausing this, mother.
Yeah. Okay, here's your popcorn. Sit and watch. You're not allowed to fall asleep. If you fall asleep, I'm going to hit you. That's exactly what he would do.
And he will.
And then he will say, "Did you like it? Did you like it?" How do you pronounce that in Wesley? You like it? Like
Do you like it?
Did you like it?
Yeah, but
like
this is also coming from a guy who thought Mom's Night Out was like the greatest film ever.
Yeah.
That man almost peed his pants watching it.
Listen, he's a precious child of the Lord. All
Yes,
right?
he is. He's a man to be protected.
The man was just like slapping his knee. Like,
Speaking of precious children of the Lord, really quick. So I have a poster of Elvis Presley hanging out in my room. Big,
would.
24 by 32.
In your
or whatever.
classroom, not your room.
Yeah, in my classroom.
oh,
And
fat
I had
Elvis
a-
or hot Elvis?
No, hot young Elvis.
Okay.
Yummy. And a precious child of the Lord yesterday was so adamant, like just genuine question, pointed at the poster and said, "Is that Michael Jackson?"
Oh.
No way.
And I was like, "Precious child of the Lord? No, that is, you're thinking the king of pop. He's the king of pop. This is the king of rock and roll."
Michael
Okay.
Jackson.
That's
Michael
fair.
Jackson.
If you didn't know, I mean, without Elvis, there would be no Michael Jackson.
Is
That's
that
not fair.
Michael?
No.
Michael.
Okay. That's my story of the week.
Anyways, yes,
So.
we gotta move on. Oh my gosh, we have so much news to get on. But like I was trying to say earlier, I'm interrupting so you can hit that subscribe button, okay? Or leave a comment down below. We love to read them. We love to see your support because we want you to become a support so we can support you, okay? Moving on. Let's go ahead and get into the news. Red Dead Redemption is getting a re-release on PlayStation 4 and Nintendo Switch. For $50, you get the exact same game from 2010, but for very little else, and that the gamers are kind of upset about it, which I get. Why is the price still $50?
I feel like a fair rate would be $20.
Yeah, no,
To
that
get
is
it
super
ported.
fair.
Because I don't know if
you
it's
can get it on the PlayStation equivalent of Game Pass. What is that called?
Isn't it called Game Pass?
That's Xbox. What is the
Oh.
PlayStation equivalent? I can't remember.
I don't know.
Anyway, you can get it there for cheaper, I bet.
But it's
So-
like, does it? It doesn't have. It also comes with Undead Nightmare, which is the zombie DLC. That came out, which is I do recommend. If you've never played that, it's a lot of fun. But I mean, it's $50 for a game that's almost 13 years old, 14 years old, and I feel like 20. I mean, it's
Yeah, 20 at the
Oh, yeah.
most 30 is fair.
yeah.
And
I
is
would
it
not
is
be
it
paying
for
that much.
is it
I don't
just
know.
a- is
I don't
just
know if
a
it has
digital-
like it doesn't have 4K graphics. It's not got higher resolution. It's not remastered. I think it's
Yeah.
just the same thing.
Well, even think about this. You had people pay an arm and leg, a whole $60 for a higher resolution of Mario Party games, just packed into one. So, I mean, what's the difference, I guess? Those are 20-year-old games almost, and then this one is from 2010, so...
But I mean, what's up with the industry? Because when you think about it now, I think about it too. Like you think of like The Last of Us. Last of Us the first game came out for the PlayStation 3. It was at the end of the life cycle of the PlayStation 3.
Yeah.
Comes out for PlayStation 4 remastered, PlayStation 4 Pro remastered, PlayStation 5 remastered. Like, and so each time it comes out, it's still $60. So at what point
Yeah.
are you like, whoa, wait a minute? You know.
I mean, but people still buy it, so they're not really caring. They're like, it still sells. Why change the price? People are still gonna pick it up at the high price of $60.
Oh, and it doesn't have any online. Red Dead Redemption had online multiplayer. This one, the new version here, does not.
Yeah, so I don't think I'll be picking that up for my Switch, and I don't know who else would be.
Even though, I mean, that game was a ton of fun. It's one of the most amazing games ever. I wouldn't mind like playing it, but for 50, to play it again for 50, no. For 20, I'd pick it up right away. 50 just seems a little bit.
So a question
It would probably go on sale.
A question that I would pose to you guys: what old game, older than 10 years, would you play for $50?
Twilight
You
Princess.
you would buy it again? Yeah, I'd pay $50 for Twilight Princess.
Fallout 3, maybe.
Okay.
Yeah.
Let me tell you, I'm gonna pay the full price, $60 or $70, whatever it is, for
If I
Mario
can get
Mario RPG.
Oh yeah.
Well, I mean, I got last year I got the Mass Effect trilogy for $60, but that's 3 games, 3
Yeah.
full games.
Yeah.
For $60.
Now,
I feel
if
like
they
that's
had
pretty
coupled
fair.
in Red Dead Redemption 2, that would be worth it, I think, because 20
That
bucks,
would be
20.
ridiculous. That'd
Yeah.
be insane.
That would be.
That would be a little too much.
You think so? What about
I think
60?
if
60
if
or
you
70?
did it, if you did both games for like $70, done.
Really? You
'Cause
think that's a good?
I think because people still play Red Dead 2.
Right.
It's still up there. It's, I mean, both. I mean, that game came out 5 years ago. It's still an excellent game.
Yeah. I think you're pretty right on that. I think if it were 2, then that would be good. But
Yeah, I didn't realize that Red Dead 2 came out 5 years ago or something.
I
thought
didn't
it
either.
was I thought it was a little bit more recent. Maybe like even 3 years ago. But
No,
I
it
don't
was
know.
before COVID.
wow,
Yeah,
that's
definitely.
crazy. I didn't know
Yeah,
it was
I
that
was-
old already.
I want to say 2017. Here we go. Hey Siri, when did Red Dead Redemption 2 get released? 2018.
Okay, yeah, check that out.
Oh, okay. I remember now because that was also the same year that God of War was nominated for Best Game. And I was like, there's no way God of War is going to beat out Red Dead Redemption 2. And it did. And I ran around the house. I was so happy. So,
The first-
God of War is awesome.
The first, the Santa Monica Studios one.
God of War all of God of War is done by Santa Monica.
Oh yeah, but you're talking about the new
reboot.
version, the reboot.
Yeah, the reboot.
Yeah. That's the
Wait a
annoying
minute,
thing
that's
about
a-
those titles.
That's a good question. Do you think that so in that year, 2018, we had Spider-Man come out,
That
You
first
had Red-
Spider-Man one?
the first Spider-Man.
Wow.
That was the year of PlayStation because that was also the year, if I remember right, that Horizon Zero Dawn came out as well. Because
So
I was like, man, what the
holy
heck?
cow! What game do you consider the best of that year? I still think Red Dead Redemption 2.
I'm biased because I am a God of War fangirl. I'm all about Kratos. So in my opinion, which is biased, I would say God of War, but I've not played Red Dead Redemption 2. But I know how good it is. Just by looking at it, I know that it's
You
a
were
very
at
good
my
game.
house the other day, and we didn't play Red
Hey,
Dead
I'm
Redemption
sorry.
2.
I had to go through Breath of the Wild to get to that place that we had been telling you that you could just
Even-
do it, and you
even
said,
my
"I can't
kids-
do it."
Even my kids played Red Redemption 2.
Well, it has
Okay.
horses. Well, so does Breath of the Wild. It does have horses in it.
My kids can't play God of War.
No, I'm saying Breath of the Wild has horses in it. No, they can't. They can't play God of War.
Are you
No.
saying the word horsies? What
Yeah,
word are you saying?
horsies.
They have horsies?
Yeah, ladies
In Red
that
Dead
work at
Redemption.
brothels. Yeah.
What?
What?
What is happening? What were you saying was
He
in
was.
Breath of the Wild?
He was. Breath of the Wild has horses as well.
Yeah, ladies that work
Horses.
at places of the
No!
night. Oh my gosh.
Horses.
Horses!
Oh my
Nay!
goodness. Oh, those kind of horses.
Oh, last week it was
my
pigs. This week is
gosh.
horses. All right, let's go.
Oh,
I don't
Lord.
even know anymore.
All right, we gotta move on.
What
All
were we
right.
talking about?
Red Dead Redemption. And now we're not talking about it anymore. William Friedkin?
Friedkin.
Friedkin.
Freaking.
Freakin! Director of The Exorcist and The French Connection passes away at 87. I actually don't know that person.
I don't know. Sorry, man.
Oh, so you guys never seen The Exorcist?
No.
It
I
is
don't do
on
that
my
type of
list
stuff.
because
It's
I hear
terrifying.
I hear it's absolutely terrifying. Maybe this
No.
Halloween I'll visit it.
Nope. And I,
Does
I
your
don't do
man-
the Insidious.
Does
I don't do The
Wesley
Exorcist.
enjoy horror films?
No, he's a big scaredy cat.
Okay.
He hates scary things.
I mean,
Anything
these
that
are
is
scary.
like remotely scary, like barely scratching the surface. He's like, nope, we're not watching that.
The Exorcist is absolutely terrifying.
Ew,
Yeah, I would
no,
watch it,
I
but no.
hate it. I'm looking at pictures of it, and like I've seen these back when YouTube was like the Wild Wild West, and it was like that maze game thing where you're like,
Yeah.
watch this video of like this maze, and it's like, oh yeah, and then the creepy girl pops out.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's that chick. And then like this little bloody-eyed thing. I'm not a fan of that noise right there.
Yeah, it's so good. The Exorcist, like, pretty much created a whole new era of genre of horror films. That came out in the 70s, and
This
it's
movie
like
came out in the 70s?
yes.
Yep.
So
Really?
before like Jaws, before Star Wars, The Exorcist was like the biggest movie of all time. It made a ton of money. It was huge, and now horror directors now they have to say that The Exorcist is a film that launched their passion for the
Right, they
genre.
saw that and they were inspired by it.
Yeah, I saw it in college, and it's absolutely you
Aw.
have to have a light on when you go to sleep. It's
Yeah,
that
you're
good.
like, windows are closed, the blinds are shut, the
Children, you're in your rooms and you stay there. You're not climbing on the walls.
the
or the
closet
ceiling.
wall, the closet
You need
door
a-
has a light in it, so I
you
can
go to
see.
bed and you're holding a crucifix and a Bible in your hands when you're sleeping. Like, the Lord is with me. I'm protected.
Yo, I don't want to get like that, but when I feel a presence, I tell those demons to back away. I'm like, I have the Lord with me, and He will cast you out, because I do get the scaries here and there.
But,
I'm like,
Holy Spirit, activate.
William
Activate.
debate.
Okay. William Friedkin, though, is a line of director from like the era of Spielberg, George Lucas, Francis Ford Coppola.
Yeah.
That
So that's
revolutionized the studio.
and if he's that old, what does that mean for our other fathers? Our other director fathers?
Spielberg, this is the guy that taught those guys. So Coppola's old, Scorsese's old, all those guys, Brian De Palma, but we still got some time.
I think
We
it
still
was a
got some
Scorsese
time.
film that I watched today. I think it was his film. Hacksaw Ridge? Is
No,
that
that's
his
Mel
film?
Gibson. That's
Oh,
Mel
just
Gibson.
kidding. Oh, that's why it was all bloody and gory. It was a Gibson film. Apocalypto all over again. Anyways. But moving on. So, yes, condolences to that family and condolences to the movie side, the movie people who lost a legend. I'm surprised I never heard of that name before, but made such a impact in movies. So, condolences. Moving on into something pink, fuzzy, and pretty. Barbie has officially crossed $1 billion. $1 billion. $1 billion. $1 billion at the global box office. Greta Gerwig is the first female director to have a film cross that box office level. That is crazy. That the Barbie movie did that. Okay? I don't
think
that was
anybody saw that
possible.
coming.
No, I
Nobody
don't think
did.
anybody did.
I think it's, again, I say because it's a comedy, a female-led comedy, and they don't make those anymore. So
Well, they don't make them good. Like, I feel like they're still being made here and there, but they're not good. They're really cheesy.
Well,
I
okay.
actually-
Do you remember? Did you guys ever see? It's recent that comedy film where I don't remember the name of it, but it was like as a few weeks ago. It was about these Asians that go looking for like their family lineage or something, but it was supposed to be like bridesmaids.
Was
it
it
was
like
like-
that Joyride or something?
Yeah. I think it was called something like that.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah,
that's super
Joyride.
indie,
It's a
indie film.
rated R comedy, and it stars a 4 female Asian cast. And I didn't see it. I haven't heard anyone talk about it. It has a 91% on Rotten Tomatoes. So, I don't know.
I mean, Barbie is based off of, a toy that everybody knows about.
Right.
They put a lot of money into it. It's got stars in it. It's got Margot Robbie, Ryan Gosling, so people know about it. Nobody knows about this Asian film. Nobody knows the actresses in it.
I think they made it.
I know one actress in it. She's in Emily in Paris.
I think they made the Barbie movie look lighthearted enough as well. I think there was enough of pleasantry that they were showing to make it look like,
I think, you had a wide audience. I mean, you have kids as low as 10 years old going to see it with, grandmas as old as 80 going to see it. It's kind of how it, and then people are dragging their boyfriends to go see it.
And that Joyride film is rated R, so you can't
There you
squeeze
go.
a child into it like you can the Barbie movie.
It's funny, like this past week, Adam Devine, funny guy from he does a bunch of comedies. He was in what's that one a cappella movie with the girls?
Oh, Pitch Perfect.
Pitch Perfect. Yeah, he's the main guy in that one. The guy that thinks he sings really well and joins a John Mayer group or something like that.
Yeah.
I don't know. Yeah. Anyways,
He's
was
the one
talking.
who throws the burrito at Rebel Wilson. I've been shot!
Oh
I've
yeah.
been shot!
So Adam Devine was saying that movie comedies are dead. Yeah, that's the guy. But because of superhero films, all the superhero films that are being made, they have huge
so
budgets.
True.
Everybody's going to see those. And so back in the day, like all the time, you had at least like a comedy movie come out in the spring. You had like big summer. Like there's nobody makes Hangovers anymore. Nobody makes Dumb and Dumbers.
Those
kind of
go
films.
straight to Netflix. They don't go into the movies because people aren't going to go sit for an hour and 45 minutes, like an hour
But they
and
have,
25
though.
minutes. They did in the past, but they don't do it anymore because of the convenience of Netflix, Hulu, Amazon Prime,
There you
stuff
go.
like that.
Exactly.
I can just sit on my couch. I'm not going to go pay to not see a blockbuster. I'm not going to pay the $12, $14 to go see a film that's really short, and I'm just going to for a couple seconds, when I can just sit in the comfort of my PJs at home, put it on the TV, pause it when I need to go pee, when it's boring, stuff like that.
But it's like, think about like movie like Animal House or Ghostbusters, comedies that came out back in the day that made a ton of money, just were huge, made so much money that they just don't release those kind of films in theaters anymore. And especially a woman-led comedy. Like, can you imagine if I Love Lucy never existed until today, and that came out in a movie, and then everybody would see that? It would be like people would be like, this is the greatest thing of all time. How we never had a female-led comedy show like this,
Oh, man. Carol Burnett. That'd be great.
Yeah.
I love Carol Burnett. All right. So, good on Greta, good on Margot and Ryan. They did that, They really seem to have provided all that.
I did that.
Did that. All right, moving on. The Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Mutant Mayhem did fairly well at the box office with $28 million. Barbie just has a stranglehold on the box office. So it's just, I don't know. With these animated movies, are they doing well? I feel like maybe not, unless they're going to be like a huge heavy hitter. Like, what was it? Elementals finally started to do well, but that was after some time had passed. It was not its first week. So I don't know if people are going to get the word that like the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles movie was good and they're like, oh, okay, maybe I'll go take my kids to see it.
Isn't Spider-Verse 2 just now streaming?
Yes, I think so. I think I saw that it was.
Yeah.
But what other animated films are in theater right now? Like you've got Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. I think Elemental might still be in.
That bomb, that one Kraken movie. That
That's
movie
not
bombed.
still in there.
Oh,
There's
Ruby
no way.
Gillman.
It's gone. I mean, when did that come out? They came out the same weekend as Indiana Jones, and
Yeah, the Indiana Jones is out. It's already out of theaters, surprisingly.
but that
Yeah,
Kraken
no,
one bombed. Like
I'm
it was
I'm
just
looking.
destroyed.
Okay, so the big ones right now, I say big ones, but maybe not. Meg 2, Haunted Mansion,
that's a bomb too.
yeah, Mission Impossible, and then really there's just
That's it.
other things. The
So
next
this
big
is the only animated movie in theaters right now, except for Elemental, which has already been in theaters.
and
that's the
it's
newest
gone. It's not showing in the Gainesville theater.
So
where we
you
live.
got Barbie, Teenage Mutant, Meg 2, Oppenheimer, Haunted Mansion, The Blue Beetle, which hasn't.
That's
I haven't
coming
heard
out.
anything.
That's coming out in a few weeks.
Haven't heard anybody be like, yeah, I'm gonna go see that. Maybe a 14-year-old.
And looking ahead, there's nothing. Nothing animated coming out. Although
Well, your voice cracked. That
Oh,
music
I
teacher
know,
voice
man.
is gone.
it's there, man.
Whoa! It's not even Thursday, man.
Listen.
Wait, listen, Linda. There is that new movie Stray coming out.
Look, I don't want to talk about that hot garbage.
This is an
Oh,
hour and 33-minute long film, rated R. How do you predict it will do in the box office?
Crappy.
It's
Nobody's
starring
gonna
Will
go see.
Ferrell, Kevin Hart,
Oh,
all
Jamie
those
Foxx
typical
is in it.
guys.
Oh my gosh.
Those
Nobody,
comedy guys that are vulgar.
nobody is gonna go see this hot mess.
I'm like,
Nobody.
why? Why did they think that was a good idea to release in theaters? That should be a straight to Netflix, straight to streaming.
No.
What's
that? You know
the-
what? No. That should be a straight to Redbox.
Redbox.
Redbox. Okay.
Oh, no.
Let's
What's
be real.
the new horror film that came out recently that's already getting a sequel?
Talk to Me?
That one? Yeah, already. I don't know how well did Talk to Me do at the box office? It came out this weekend.
97% on Rotten Tomatoes. Tomatoes. On Rotten Tomatoes. It got a 7.5. I just snotted out of my nose.
You've been in the country too long.
Tomatoes. Oh my gosh, I literally snotted out of my. Stop. Oh my gosh. Okay.
And you were
Rotten
drooling earlier too, like a yokel.
Oh my gosh. Murrayville, here we go. All
Oh
right.
my gosh.
So, Talk to Me got 7.4 on IMDb. Now, them box office numbers I have yet to see. So, I don't know.
This has nothing to do with what we're talking about, but Mattel unveils and has pre-orders for their weird Barbie doll that was inspired by the Barbie movie. So I thought that's kind of cool for weird Barbie.
So this Talk to Me movie is an A24 movie.
Yeah.
And the
Means
budget
it costs like how much did it cost? Like $2 million?
higher.
$100.
Higher.
10 million. That's it.
No,
It can't be more than that.
4.5. 4.5.
Yeah, okay. And it's made like 20 mil.
I don't even. It doesn't even show how much it's made yet.
Let me see. Here we go again. Hey Siri, how much did the new film Talk to Me make at the box office?
Let's go. Here we go. Dang, it's good to have robots.
Yeah, Talk to Me passes 10 million.
Wow. Okay. So they made their money back.
So I mean, yeah, just like that, they made it, and it's already getting a sequel. It'll do really well on Redbox and streaming and video on demand.
Oh, okay. Here, I have that question. we released our episode talking about the writers. What was that called? Writer's strike.
Right.
That thing was going to be on Friday, their press conference or whatever. What happened in that press conference? Have we had any update?
Nothing.
Zero?
I looked earlier, and there is absolutely no update.
It is
Wow.
literally a standstill. People are talking about it. It's a complete
Yeah.
standstill. Nothing is moving at
Wow.
all.
It's
That's
it's now been over 100 days. It's past 100 days.
Yeah.
The WGA vows to stay resolved and united. It doesn't seem like there's any kind of budge right now.
I've been hearing about how, lower tier actors, the, working actors, people that aren't, billionaires, millionaires.
Right.
The people that just work, do their best, how it's really hitting them. And even a guy, you guys know who Billy Porter is? I saw this.
Yeah.
I don't.
Billy Porter is like more of a TV personality, but he does a few shows on FX. He was in that one Amazon Cinderella movie with Camila Cabello. You know what I'm talking about? He played the fairy godmother. Good lord. Okay. Anyways, apparently that the strike is affecting actors of his tier. He's definitely like a CB level tier, and he had actually had to sell his home.
Wow.
Oh wow.
To keep.
Yeah, I just saw that. Billy Porter, I have to sell my house because of the Hollywood strikes. Wow.
So, and to give some insight into this, late night shows such as Jimmy Kimmel Live, The Late Show, and Tonight and Late Night are going on hiatus, and only repeats are being shown.
Wow.
Abbott Elementary is completely closed. For the longest, there's no talk of redoing it or picking it up.
I'm sure sitcoms like that too are just.
Well,
like,
it goes on. There's a whole list I have here. Walking Dead are done. All the shows for Walking Dead are done, and that's probably a good thing. American Dad and Family Guy are.
They're still advertising them though, which is really weird. Like,
Well,
they're
'cause
still
I'm sure-
advertising everything.
I'm sure that they had episodes that they had already filmed that they can release, but there's nothing new being made.
Gotcha.
American Dad and Family Guy, Andor, the Star Wars show, Cobra Kai, Evil, Good Omens, House of the Dragon, even Jeopardy, Rings of Power, Saturday Night Live, Stranger Things, The Talk, and Yellow Jackets. Like, those are all high hitter, like heavy hitters that they're just not doing anything.
It's
Bye.
so bizarre. Like, what will be the ramifications other than actors having to refinance their homes?
You want to know my opinion? Here's my unscientific opinion. You're going to see a rise, almost a renaissance in indie creators, like with no amateur creators rising from places like YouTube, or Twitch or things like that. They're going to put their content on there, and they're not going to get.
Yeah, go ahead. Yeah.
They're not going to get the same publicity, but you're going to see a rise in these content creators. And
they already have an audience, especially if you're on YouTube and Twitch. You've got a built-in audience if you're like a Markiplier, if you are like a Pokimane or whatever, you've got that audience.
So you're going to see a rise in these smaller, very micro companies, and I use the word companies loosely. You're going to see a rise in them, and they're just going to dominate everything. But then later on, I'll say maybe 10 years down the road, you're going to see those A-list actors buy out those other people, or they're going to work together, and they're just going to be this amalgamation of these things. I'm predicting that's what we're going to see.
What do you think about, like, Angel Studios, the guys behind...
they'll do their thing because their funding
Caviezel,
their funding doesn't come from Hollywood. It's all
The Chosen
like donations.
TV show.
It's all like donations.
I mean, so what's the Jim Caviezel movie again?
Sound of Freedom.
Sound of Freedom. Do you, by chance, see more films like that?
I hope so.
Oh yeah.
You know,
I certainly
now,
hope so.
There's
obviously,
gonna be a person who's got the money. They're the head guy. You know, they are the Jim Caviezel. They've got the money.
It'll
They're
be Daddy
gonna
Trump.
start. They're gonna start hiring smaller actors, smaller writers, and they're gonna say, "All right, I've got this little team. I've got the money to support you guys. Let's get some ideas going, and produce something and throw it on somewhere."
because I know, like Sound of Freedom, a movie like that probably cost at least $10 million to make, and it's already made over $150 million worldwide. So there's definitely an opportunity for films like that, even, faith-based films. I mean, faith-based films,
$165.1 million made.
like good faith-based films, they can turn a profit so easily, because they're
They
very,
just have to be made well.
they do have to be
But
made
I
well.
mean,
And that-
look at God's Not Dead. There's like 3 of them,
Yeah.
and they all did pretty well.
yeah, but they also lowered down the first one is probably the best
Y'all,
one. Probably
look
made
at
the most
Joshua
money.
and the Promised Land, okay?
Oh man, look.
What is that?
Oh,
we
wow.
gotta
You don't
introduce
know about
Brian.
Joshua in the
Oh,
Promised
Lord.
Land?
We gotta
Please.
introduce Brian to Joshua.
Ooh.
All right, I'm gonna put it this way: like Sound of Freedom, it's rated R, right, or is it PG-13?
I think
I
it's rated
actually
R.
don't know.
I think it's rated R.
Oh Lord, sorry. Here we go
Hang
again.
on, I got it. I'm right here.
I don't want to borrow. Sorry.
It's PG-13. It's 2
Okay.
hours and 15 minutes.
So if faith-based films can at least try to make solid, entertaining films that maybe have a little bit more adult subject matter and not be afraid to we can't swear or show anything bad. I mean, there's an opportunity there for them to make a bundle of money if that's all they were going for, or if they really want to tell a good message.
Yeah, I think maybe the money is just the additive. It's the message that they want to get across first.
I mean, what are they going to do with they have a profit of over $100 million, They had
Yeah.
no marketing for that movie other than word of mouth.
Right.
Literally now they can go and make anything they want to do
exactly.
right now.
They got that money. They're going to either use it for charities or they're going to go produce their next film, maybe pay their writers correctly. I don't know. So, we'll see. Only time will tell. We'll see what happens with the writer's strike. That's just craziness. All right, and then the last bit of news, we have another passing away. Goodness.
Margulies.
Thank you. I was like, I'm not going to try. I don't know what to say. Passes away at 83, famous for such films and television shows as Breaking Bad, Better Call Saul, and Scarface. So, who is this person? A director, a actor, or...
He was an actor
Okay.
who had a long career in film. I thought, didn't one of you guys watch Breaking Bad?
Mm-mm.
Nope.
What?
I've seen an episode.
I thought one of you guys did. Son of a gun. What about Scarface?
Nope.
Maybe when I was like 9 years old and it was on TMC or something.
FX.
No, not that Scarface. The one with Pacino.
That's what I'm saying.
I've never
The
seen
only
it.
Scarface.
No, there's 2 Scarfaces.
There's only one that matters.
Haven't
That's
seen it.
probably true. Okay. Anyways, if you guys actually watch good movies, you know who Mark Margul is. What about
Hey.
what about that one movie? Dang it, what's it called? It's about this big fat Greek wedding or something.
My Big Fat Greek Wedding?
Yeah,
no,
that
I
one.
think it's
Yeah,
I
that's
think
the
it's,
one.
I think it's his tiny Italian nuptial.
Anyways,
Dang, that
the
was
second
good.
one,
Thank
the
you.
sequel, My Big Fat Greek Wedding 2.
Yeah.
Mark Margulis is in that film. He plays the brother of Gus.
Yes, he does.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Okay, that's how you guys know him. Yeah, that guy passed away.
Oh, I'm
Aw.
sorry. You know, in a role that we actually see him in where he's not directing, that's where we know him from.
He's not a
So-
director, he's the actor. If you guys watch good shows, you'd know.
Oh.
He was in Ace Ventura, Pet Detective.
Oh.
I know that one. Requiem for a
Wreck-It
Dream.
Ralph?
Requiem
Breaks
for a
the
Dream.
internet? What? Anyways, to
Can we
make
just go
light
to the chunk? Can we just
make
go to the
light
chunk?
of a passing, we're sorry. Condolences to the family of Mark Margolis.
Oh my goodness.
What did we say for the last person who passed away in the last episode? Sinhead? Yeah, that was you, Brian. Sinhead.
That's funny though.
That's messed up.
what I was thinking, we gotta say his last name again.
Margolis.
Galagaloo.
Gala.
Galagaloo. I don't know why. Oh my gosh, y'all! I am so tired. I am exhausted.
It has been
I'm
a
so
week
tired.
already. Woo.
I'm
All right.
having to think in dual languages.
Oh, I do that all the time. I had a dream in Spanish the other night. That was fun because I can't speak Spanish outwardly, form sentences properly. But I did dream in Spanish, so that was pretty cool.
I'm happy
Yeah.
for you.
Thanks. Arigato.
That's not
Japanese.
Spanish.
I know. All right, it is time for the chunk zone.
Oh, Jackie!
All right, Brian, you've got a chunk for us this week. Why don't you go ahead and introduce it for us?
All right, so a few weeks ago, we talked about our favorite actresses of all time. We all picked one actress who we really, really admire and respect, and we picked their 3 favorite films, performances that we did. So we're going to do the same this time with best male actors. That's what we're going to do here. So everybody's picked one actor that they liked. After a lot of disagreement and fighting, Katie and Ileana had to fight over which actor they wanted.
Ileana started crying, so I gave her the one
That
that.
was an old guy.
Ileana started crying.
Right. So I will go first, I guess, with mine. Then we'll go down the line and talk about each actor. My favorite actor is Robert Duvall. Okay.
Nice.
All right. The first film when I think of Robert Duvall is when he plays Boo Radley in To Kill a Mockingbird, the classic film about the guy that gets poor black guy that gets accused of rape when he didn't even do anything.
Yeah.
But Boo Radley plays I guess he's like almost kind of like a hermit.
Boo
He's
Radley
like this-
plays?
Robert Duvall plays Boo Radley. That's what I said.
No, you said Boo Radley plays, and you meant to say Robert Duvall plays.
Robert Duvall plays Boo Radley. It was his first film appearance of all ever, period, at that time. And so he plays like kind of like a sickly child who grows up and lives in his parents' home, and his parents don't allow him to leave the house and everything. But it was his first time on screen, and already Robert Duvall, he doesn't even have any words in the scenes that he does, but he's able to convey so much emotion just through his face. He is just a wonderful actor, and that's his first performance, and it's would not be his last.
Okay. Are we going to move on to Katie for her first film of her favorite actor?
Oh no, we'll start with you since you stole mine.
Wow.
No way. We're going to go out of order of siblingship.
Oh my goodness!
All right. Well, this one is no surprise, I feel like. And that would be Gary Oldman. Okay? He is just
Wow.
the man of many faces. And I absolutely am surprised every time. I'm like, wait a second. Is that Gary Oldman?
Is that Gare?
Oh, is that Gary? Gary.
You
Or-
son of a gun! You did it again.
Or someone will point out to me, that's Gary Oldman. No, that's not Gary. It looks nothing like him. Oh, that is Gary. He is just the man of many faces. He is a butterfly. He can transform into anything. He is the stick bug, okay? He can be in any role and you had no idea it was him for a second. So that's why I like Gary. And his first role that I'm going to pick is as Ivan Korshinov in Air Force One with Harrison Ford. That is an awesome role for him. He is
You
just
mean Ivan?
Ivan. He's like Russian, so Ivan.
Yeah.
Ivan. He's in Air Force One and he plays the villain. He's just got that menacing, bad guy, I'm going to do whatever it takes to get what I want type of role, and he plays it so swimmingly. He looks menacing, his facial expressions, he's not afraid to yell, and I love that about his characters every time. It's across the board of how he can look so scary. So that's the first role, Air Force One.
Nice.
There's that.
Nice. All right.
Get off my plane, Gary.
No! He's allowed to stay.
I warned Brian and Ileana that my choice might be controversial to them, but I think I made a great choice, and everybody else can go suck eggs, because my choice
Is this going to
my
be where
man.
Brian should have chosen Angela Bassett instead of whoever he chose for the women's section?
I don't even know, because my choice is my man, Samuel L. Jackson.
Okay. Why
Everybody
is that
shut up.
controversial?
Because I don't know.
Mother-flippin' man
That's
on this
your favorite-
mother-flippin' earth.
If that's your favorite actor, that's totally fine.
No, because usually you're like, Angry Beavers.
No,
You
Katie,
Angry
you
Beavers.
gotta understand. Angry Beavers, you made that sound like Angry Beavers was like Citizen Kane.
Hey, I
okay?
sold it, didn't I?
All right, that's pretty much my only problem is you made Angry Beavers sound like it was like Scorsese directed and animated.
So
Listen,
good.
that
So
was
good.
2 years ago. Maybe it's time for a re-ranking of Nickelodeon TV shows, okay? Because maybe the
That's
Angry
all.
Beavers...
That's my only issue is that you were like, let's put this so high, at the very top of the best TV of Nickelodeon could offer. That's. I don't care if you like Angry Beavers. It's just it does not belong in a top 5. Anything.
To be remembered of all of time.
May I continue?
Yes, continue with Samuel L. Jackson. He's
Samuel
lovely.
L. Jackson is an American treasure.
He is.
Okay, and I mean, when you think about Samuel L. Jackson, you could just see his face, and you're like, man, he's been in this, he's been in that, he's been in a lot of things, and he didn't start his career until he was like well into his 40s. So he's done a lot in what I would say is a short amount of time. My first movie, I'll just go in order of when they came out. Pulp Fiction, 1994, I think, where he plays Jules Winifred, Winfield. Don't scream at me, nobody. Jules Winfield, and Pulp Fiction. You know, I get it's one of those niche films. You either love it or you hate it, but you cannot argue that his character is iconic. When he's quoting the Bible. When any scene that he's in, he's either menacing or he's just a chill, laid back dude. And you almost want to be like, hey man, I wanna hang out with Jules. I wanna go grab a burger.
I particularly like him in Django Unchained.
Yeah, well,
Hey, what the heck? Why are you?
Yeah, this
You're
is
not
my
moving
list!
ahead. What the heck, Ileana?
I moved ahead.
Dude,
Ah!
don't. Why you gotta be tripping like that, bro?
man, Jules would not approve.
I did.
Yeah, Jules would not approve.
No.
You'd be
I'm
capping your
out
head
of
right now.
line.
You are out of line.
You'd be like, sit the down. That's literally what he
right.
says
That's
in Pulp
absolute-
Fiction.
Yes.
That's exactly what he says.
I
Hey.
don't remember asking you a thing.
Maybe I was just trying to play into your hand and remind you of his quote. Oh.
Hey, don't overstep, bruh. That's all I'm saying.
All right,
about that.
so my choice is Samuel L. Jackson. More to come. Brian, go.
Django
Okay.
Unchained?
Ileana, if you don't shut the...
Ileana Unchained.
Okay,
Proceed.
my second choice is Robert Duvall has a very small role in this next film, but it's one that he got nominated for an Oscar for. And it's for Lieutenant Colonel Kilgore in Apocalypse Now. It's the war movie by Francis Ford Coppola about the Vietnam. It was a crazy film. It's the Ride of the Valkyries scene. That's where Duvall features in a lot. But it just right there, it's just so wacky. There he is on a beachhead in Vietnam. There's napalm going off in the distance.
I love the smell of napalm in the morning.
Absolutely. And there he is. He has his shirt off. He's wearing fatigues, long pants. He's got his cavalry hat on. All he wants to do is go surf. He doesn't really care about anything else. But for this one moment, he has this moment of clarity. And Duvall is just like perfect. It's like the most perfect American macho thing. All he wants to do is surf, but he's right there in the middle of a battlefield, and he launches into this short speech about the smell of napalm in the morning and how this war is gonna go on and somebody's gonna win it one day. You know, it's just it's one of Duvall can do short scenes. He can be the main character in the film. He can do everything, and it's moments like this where it's a complete character role. And he just nails it. And I mean, whatever you feel about Apocalypse Now, it's a long film, but you watch the Ride of the Valkyrie scene, the helicopter scene, and Duvall owns it. He owns it. And it's why you want to watch that scene over and over and over again, because it's so over the top, and Duvall just adds so much to it.
That's good.
Yes, thank you. I know it's good.
I've never seen that movie before.
Well, you know what? I'm glad your husband is helping you watch good films.
I know. He's really helping me out. He's a good boy. He needs to keep showing me all these films that are not Disney films.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah, so. Do you mind over there? Anyways, moving on. Gary Oldman, y'all.
Gary
Oldman. Okay, now this one is, I feel like, a more undertoned movie. Like, you don't really hear about this movie, you don't really think about this movie ever, and that is Leon. And that is a Gary Oldman film where he once again plays a bad guy, which he's so good at playing the bad guy. I don't know what it is about him, but that's starring little Natalie Portman.
Leon the Professional.
Yeah, there's also just called Leon or Leon the Professional. There's like a director's cut. So, Leon the Professional or just Leon. Gary Oldman is playing Norman Stanfield, and he's just, once again, that menacing bad guy that comes in. He doesn't give a crap, okay? He's gonna get what he wants, and he's gonna accomplish it, all right? And just every time he was on screen, I felt that fear, like, of little Natalie Portman. Like, I couldn't imagine being an actress, how young she was, and having a grown man be so menacing and scary, but having to remember this is just acting. It's not real. I feel like I could not remove myself from how scary he truly is portraying himself to be every single time. Because in the movie, he talks calmly at some points, and he seems very sweet. And then it's just a burst of rage, and you're like, oh my gosh, the way he just snaps whenever he doesn't get what he wants, or whenever something bad is happening that's not going his way. And so the way he can just flip so easily is very characteristic of like a psychopath. So he portrays it very, very well. So Gary Oldman in Leon the Professional.
That was a good choice. That's very out of left field.
Woo! All right, KT, Samuel L.
Yes.
Are you going to talk about Django Unchained?
I'm going to talk about your mom here in a second.
Hey, your mom's my mom.
Hey! All right. I'm going to go with The Incredibles.
That's
he's
good.
He's just so good.
Like him
yes.
there.
What do you mean? Are you serious?
Samuel L. Jackson he is so underrated as an actor. So underrated. It's a crime. I think his box office he's made more money in movies. His movies have made more money than any other film actor in history. He's never won an Oscar. He's appeared in over 100 films.
That's insane.
100 films.
And unfortunate.
And you're going to go with Incredibles.
Yes. And here's why.
Angry Beavers all over again.
It's my choice. Shut the heck up. All right. The Incredibles. I think if you take out Frozone, the movie doesn't stand.
Oh my goodness.
What?
It doesn't. It doesn't. He ties it together. This chair that I'm sitting in is like breaking. He just ties it together so well. He is Mr. Incredible. He's just that cool cat. He does that role so well. I don't really know how to explain it. But when you say, "Honey, where's my super suit?" Everybody knows that. Everybody knows that. It is accessible to children as well. This is like it's probably his cleanest role.
Probably.
And I think that's something worth mentioning. He can be versatile. He doesn't have to be swearing in every movie that he's in. He doesn't have to be so violent. He can have that sensitive side and be Frozone. And he could be a hero without, being menacing. And I don't know, he's just a cool character. You don't see many action figures of his character in Django Unchained. Although, brief anecdote about Django Unchained, he is a boss in that film. He is scary. I don't know if he's meant to be scary, but he totally is.
I think he should have won the Oscar.
For him looking the way he did in that movie, I had absolutely no idea it was him until I looked up.
Are you serious?
I could not tell at all. It was only his voice that I could tell.
His eyes gave it away.
No, it's like a Gary Oldman thing. I could not tell it was
it
him.
Looks
and maybe
just like him.
Maybe I have actor face blindness or something where I'm like, gosh, who's that? Oh,
You
they
have
had
something.
makeup on and they took off their wig. It's oh my gosh.
Superman.
Perry the platypus. That's me. It's like a platypus? A platypus wearing a little hat?
Perry the platypus!
That's me. I am Doofenshmirtz. You got a wig on, you got color extensions, I don't care what. I'm like, who's that? I've never seen them before in my life. That was Samuel L. Jackson? What? That's me.
Yes. All right, so there's your Django Unchained. There it is. And I have one more, but we'll get there when we get there.
Yeah, it's
what
Brian's
the heck?
turn.
We'll get there when we get there.
Oh my gosh. Okay, final role for Mr. Robert Duvall, and that's Hub in Secondhand Lions. What, am I boring you?
No, I'm listening. But
no, Sister Ileana was like.
Okay, but you're jumping on my case about The Incredibles, which made millions and millions of dollars. Who the heck saw Secondhand Lions? Although I do like Secondhand Lions. Who the heck?
I need to rewatch that film. I think the last time I saw it was when it came out in like 2004. I think that was the very last time I saw that film.
And really, in that movie, to me, he's just playing himself as an old man.
Good
He
for
just
him.
has a script.
And you know what? That's cool because I want to hang out with Robert Duvall because he's a cool guy. He's a man's man, and he plays that in the film. He has such good chemistry with
we can't
Michael
hang
Caine.
out with him, Ileana. He's a man's man. We can't hang out with him.
I'm just Ken. Yeah, that's Brian right now.
What?
Yeah.
I'm just Ken.
You guys are hurting my feelings. Okay?
Oh no!
Just because you say a man's man doesn't mean that you can't hang out with them. He's just cool.
Well, I don't know.
I'll hang
It's
out
just
with
a
the man's
phrase.
man. I'll hang out with the man's man.
It doesn't mean anything.
He
It
can
doesn't
smoke
mean
a
like
cigar and I'll be right there. All right.
what? Oh, no chicks allowed. That's not what that means.
I'll hang out with him. He can smoke his cigar and I'll just watch. And it'll be a good old
Anyways,
time.
in Hub, Robert Duvall playing Hub in Secondhand Lions, he shows a lot of vulnerability. He's a man's man. He's an old guy fighting around young kids. It's really fun. It's got good comedy. It's got good drama. Duvall is able to deliver on both. Okay? At this point, remember at this point, Robert De Niro and Robert Duvall are very close in age, very similar in age. Like, while Robert Duvall has still gotten better with age, every film he's even done till now
I think I looked it up, and he's like 93 now.
Yeah, even in his old age, he's still making good, solid films, acting in TV or film. It's so good. De Niro.
92. Pardon.
De Niro at his age is just making garbage after garbage film. You know, and he's supposed to be one of the greatest of all time. De Niro is so overrated when it comes to Duvall. Duvall is such a better actor than De Niro.
Wow.
I'll agree with that. I would definitely agree with that.
So I'm just going to leave that out there.
He was in the original True Grit. Jupiter, would you stop?
Yes, he was with John Wayne. Yeah. I'm telling you, the guy is
he was in
60
MASH?
years. 60 years, man, of good stuff.
Gone in 60 Seconds. The Godfather 2.
Yeah. And he would have been in Godfather Part 3 if they just paid him some more money. And that movie would not have sucked as much.
The last movie he was in, I believe, was The Pale Blue Eye with Christian Bale.
There you go.
There you
Currently
go.
streaming on Netflix.
There you go. There
All
you
right.
go. There
All right,
you go.
Ileana, go.
All right, my last one, but let me go ahead and give a... Yo, I can hear whatever you're doing over there, so
I'm
quit.
sorry. I'm sketching.
Hey,
Stop it.
if we haven't said it, make sure you subscribe and become a sibling.
Yeah, go ahead
Hit
and
that
do
subscribe button.
Hit that subscribe button.
Hit
All right,
the subscribe button.
And the like button. We like to see likes too. But
Sure.
here we go. The last one, however, I'm going to do a honorable mention to him in Oppenheimer, okay? He plays Harry S. Truman. And once again, like the chameleon that Gary Oldman is, I had no freaking clue that it was Gary Oldman, okay? And he plays this old Harry Truman, this, I got blood on my hands. Everybody's looking at me because I'm the president. I'm the one who dropped the bomb, not you, Oppenheimer. They don't care about you. They're not looking at you, blah, blah, blah. So he played that role. It was a very minor, small role. It looks like Harry Truman, and he did a great job pretending to be this president. No idea that it's Gary Oldman. That's what I like about Gary Oldman, is that he takes his role and you don't see the actor. You're not seeing the person. You're not blindsided by, oh, it's just that actor in makeup. I'm not taken out of the immersion of his role. He truly goes into his role and is that character. And that's one of the things that I love about him. And so my last role of Gary Oldman's that I love is The Dark Knight, James Gordon. Love him as James Gordon. This is his kinder role, okay? He plays a completely different character than what he was in Leon and Air Force One. He is now the good guy, which is so funny to see him playing finally that role after we've seen him time and time again as the enemy, as the threat. Now he's on the side of justice, fighting alongside Batman, who is the vigilante, and they're working together. Coincide, you've got the Batman symbol up in the sky. Gary Oldman is conversing with Batman, trying to get, the scope of everything that's going on, trying to keep Gotham safe, and even sacrificing himself, or at least for a short time, giving his family the idea that he had died in the line of fire on duty. He did it all, and he takes his character on so well. He plays his role, and that's what I love about Gary Oldman.
Nice. I really also liked him as Sirius Black.
Yes, he was great there too.
Yeah.
Once again, another role where you're like, I don't see his face, I see a character. I don't see Gary Oldman.
Yeah.
Bram Stoker Dracula. If you haven't seen it, watch it.
Oh yeah, that's a good one.
He's
really
so
good.
much. He's so much in that film.
Awesome. All right, Katie,
Yes.
Katie, your last one.
All right, and rather than do an honorable mention for a movie, I'm gonna spitball my honorable mention actors. Clint Eastwood, Morgan Freeman, pre 2010s Will Smith, Forrest Whitaker,
Dang.
Sir Ian McKellen, and Daniel Day-Lewis. Those deserve mention, and I know that I'm leaving folks out, like Jeff Bridges. Jeff Bridges deserves to be on there too.
Jeff Bridges.
Jeff Bridges. All right. But my last movie, it's actually a set of movies. I'm just gonna, because he plays the same character. You gotta say it. Agent Nick Fury in the Marvel sagas. So good.
Oh, I can't.
You listen. This is my list. Okay, you could have picked him, and you didn't. I like him as Agent Nick Fury. All right, he's cool. This character was created just for Samuel L. Jackson in the comics. I don't know if you know that. The comic book character, Agent Nick Fury, was designed with Samuel L. Jackson in mind.
That's awesome. I love that.
That is awesome. Like,
he's literally a superhero, like
yes,
human. Like his person became a superhero character.
I mean, how many people can say that? Like, they became. It's like Abraham Lincoln becoming a superhero and being thrown into comics, which actually did happen. But anyway, such a cool character. Bad Mama Jamma. I don't even have anything else to say. But
can I give one of my honorable mention
yes,
people?
Of course.
Wait, that's not fair. I didn't get to give any of my honorable
You
mentions.
should have thought of that.
You can do what? Okay, you do yours first, and then I'll do mine.
No, I don't want to go. You go first, and I'll go
James
later.
Oh my
McAvoy.
God, Ileana go, and then Brian
James
go.
McAvoy.
Okay, I can see that.
Okay, another type of Gary Oldman character. He takes on that character. All right, you don't see James. You see whoever he's supposed to be. Him in Split, amazing. All right, he's in X-Men. He's in It. He's in the Chronicles of Narnia. X-Men. I said X-Men, didn't I? I don't care. Great actor. Brian.
I'm really quick to top of my head. Steve Martin, Denzel Washington.
Remember the Titans.
Yeah, Harrison Ford, of course. Bill Shatner. Katie said Ian McKellen, Patrick Stewart is also on there as well. Even a bunch of the older guys, Pacino, De Niro, John Cazale, Humphrey Bogart, Cagney, all those cats. Too.
Oh my gosh.
Of course, Jimmy Stewart.
Yeah, I actually thought that's who you were going to pick to begin with. I was surprised
Cary
that you
Grant.
picked somebody else. So,
All the kids listening to this show won't know who that is.
Can I just say that we forgot one person, and
Antonio Banderas.
I'm truly sorry for forgetting this person and not giving them the proper love
Tony Hopkins
that they deserve, and that's Chris Pratt. All right.
Oh my!
That's our man, Chris
Angry
Pratt.
Gamers.
And you know what? We can even throw the cherry on top.
Don't say it.
Our boy
Wait a
Tom
minute.
Holland.
We just made my mic.
Wait a minute,
We just made my mic face.
Let's throw them back.
We have to put requirements down. They have to be at least acting for at least 20 years.
Yeah,
that
Chris
sort of
Pratt,
deal.
Tom Holland.
They haven't been around 20 years yet.
I'm gonna put Timothy Chalamet in there too.
Oh,
along with the
no.
greats.
Come on.
I think they really deserve to be up there with the greats.
Don't we have some
They
credits
worked
right now
so
to start
hard.
rolling?
You know what?
And-
You picked all white people. I need to throw some more color in there. Don Cheadle. Nobody ever talks about Don Cheadle, man. Don Cheadle is great. Okay? Wesley
Yeah.
Snipes.
Yeah.
McConaughey.
You know, that's another one I was looking at. Matthew McConaughey. I really do love a lot of his roles.
Yeah, he's great. He's good. Carrie Elways is excellent whenever he
Eddie
does
Oh,
stuff.
you know who we're really leaving out? And I'm serious, James Hong.
Oh yeah.
James Hong for
Oh,
reals.
of course.
All right, here's another
Dang.
for real one. Robin Williams. All right.
Oh,
Dang.
son of a
Absolutely.
witch, man. Yeah.
Liam Neeson. I do think he's a great actor.
Val Kilmer is really good.
Yeah.
Val Kilmer does some excellent stuff.
Yeah. Yeah.
No one's gonna agree with me, but Hugh Jackman. Everybody, shut up.
Rami Malek. All right. I really do like Rami Malek.
He's
I'm
not
sorry.
has been around that much.
I do like his work. Whatever he's been in, I'm a fan.
Oh, what's his name? Dustin Hoffman.
Ewan McGregor.
Philip Seymour Hoffman, rest in peace.
Oh,
he was
yeah.
amazing. Bill Paxton, rest in peace. So good.
Should we,
Man, I used to be able to do a killer Bill Paxton impression.
You
I can't.
did. You
I
called me on the
can't do it
phone and left a
anymore.
voicemail as Paxton, and I freaked out, dude, because it was like the best Paxton
It was-
ever. It
I
was
can't
so.
do it anymore.
I was about
I
to say,
mean-
try go for it. Try to go for it.
My mouth like dropped. It was. I mean, she's got to like concentrate hard because it
Yeah.
was incredible. It was amazing. One of the most amazing. I mean, it was like he was like, hey, I'm talking about Twister, my new film. You know, it
Yeah,
was just
yeah,
like
yeah.
that. It was so good.
It was. I can't. It's not gonna come out
He was
right
like,
today, but
Rose,
it was something
are
like,
you ready to go back to Titanic
Hey,
and tell us your
"Hey,
story?
I'm Bill Paxton."
No, you can't do
No,
it.
I
It's not
can't. I
even
can't do it
close.
anymore. I
It's not
can't.
the
I can't
best.
do it anymore. I don't wanna wreck it, but I used to be able to do it so well.
Another honorable mention is the Skarsgård family. Okay, those guys are incredible.
I don't think
actors.
are they all related?
Yes.
They are related.
They are all
It's a
siblings.
whole family. It's a
whole-
whole family of
whole family.
Skarsgård.
They
Oh,
are
jeez.
amazingly talented family. Father
Oh, you know
all
who
the way
we
down
left
to
out?
sons.
Frick. Oh my dear gosh, why can't I remember his name? I'm having the biggest brain meltdown.
Mahershala Ali, Jim.
Jim
Jim?
Carrey.
Yeah.
Jim Carrey. What was that?
No, Brian knows what that is.
Well, then we gotta say too, Jeff Daniels completely underrated. Jeff Daniels is so
Yeah.
underrated as an actor.
My favorite actor for like the longest time when I was like a kid into high school at that age, Jim Carrey was my all-time favorite actor. I loved all of his.
And
all
now
of his
he's
roles.
retired. Sonic was his last movie,
That's
allegedly.
incredible.
I mean, wouldn't you like to leave your saga off with a Sonic movie?
Hey, that Sonic movie wasn't half bad.
Sean Connery, forgot about. I needed to throw him out there.
Yeah.
I don't know. He was a bit of a womanizer.
That doesn't
So?
mean he wasn't a good actor.
Kevin
Yeah.
Costner.
Was he really a good actor?
You know what?
Yeah.
And we're gonna leave
Yes,
the
he
rest
is.
up to you listeners to add
So many
your
good guys.
actors down in the comments below. We're gonna go ahead and just leave it there. All right. We want to hear who are some of your favorite actors.
Oh, really
Let us
quick.
know.
Really quick. So you've never, I don't think yours, Gary Oldman, he had an uncredited, you want to see how deep Gary Oldman can go into a role? I want you to watch Hannibal. It's the sequel to Silence of the Lambs. Gary Oldman is in that film. It's with Tony Hopkins playing Hannibal Lecter again.
The
But
guy,
I want you to
the
watch.
pro skater.
Okay, Ruth.
Oh, I broke Brian.
Okay.
Ruth is our mom.
I want you to try to find Gary Oldman. Watch the movie Hannibal with your
Okay.
man, the hunter,
Yeah.
and
he's
try to
cute.
find Gary Oldman
You
in
know
the
who
movie
else we're leaving
Hannibal.
out? Arnold freaking Schwarzenegger.
He's amazing.
Well, then you gotta say
There-
Stallone,
there
Willis.
is a documentary on
they
Netflix.
all matter. They matter.
There's a documentary on Netflix starring Arnold Schwarzenegger. You need to go watch it. It shows his beginning to now, from when he was in, where was he from? Oh my gosh,
Austria.
Austria. From when he was in Austria.
Good day, mate.
Throw another strip
Australia.
on the Bobby.
When he was in Austria.
Let's not.
Bodybuilding, trying to get big, trying to leave his family, coming to the Americas, doing his body competitions, learning how to be a ballerina. Yeah. Then
Gosh.
becoming Jorgen von Strangle, okay, on Fairly Odd Parents, basically.
He didn't
another
play
name-
Jorgen von Strangle.
I know
Really
he
quick.
didn't play him, but he's based off him.
James Earl Jones. That's it. I won't say
Yeah.
another word
Oh,
after
yeah.
that.
Yeah. All right. Let us know down in the comments down below who are some of your favorite male actors. We'd love to know. We'd love to read and talk about them more. But we're going to go ahead and end it here. We've got Brian in this corner.
James Earl Jones. Last words.
We've got KT in this corner.
You didn't mention Leonardo DiCaprio.
That's so good. And I'm Ileana, your host, signing off on yet another episode of Bump That. Thank you guys so much for listening, and we will see you in next week's episode. Bye-bye.
I should have been like, you know what? I prefer Kirk Cameron.
Stop!